I've been planning to do a stationery shop crawl in London for ages. Sorry, what? £50 for a box. And the day has finally arrived, so come with me while I go to some popular shops like Choose and Keeping and the London Graphic Centre and some extra ones. And there were also a couple of honourable mentions because it was a Sunday, so not everything was open. And of course I couldn't do a shopping vlog without a haul, so stay tuned for that right at the end. So I'm in, I think it's actually Covent Garden, but I got off at Leicester Square and I'm now walking to Choose and Keeping, but I've got my headphones on, so I'm trying to pretend that I feel invincible and that I don't care that anyone's staring at me in public, which is fake news. I am very self-conscious. I didn't realise I'd be passing the London Graphic Centre. I feel like it's going to be less packed though, so I'm going to go to Choose and Keeping first. I shouldn't be allowed out by myself, I have no idea where I'm going. How can one person get so lost? I would like to point out that I've actually been following a map and I'm still lost, so that's fantastic. Oh. My first stop of the day was Choose and Keeping, and unless you live under a rock, you've definitely heard of it. It's very popular with the TikTok like journaling, stationery community. Stop, these are actually so cute. That is so cute. I can't work out if this is a bookmark. I think it might be. I have to say, everything was so beautiful, but was so expensive. Some things I do understand why they were so expensive, but other things, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but £50 for a cardboard box is crazy work. Sorry, what? £50 for a box? They did have a really nice selection of stuff though, so I was glad that I went, even though I didn't end up buying too much. It was nice to see some things in person that I've only ever seen online, like this John Derrian sticker book, which I actually had no interest in owning until I saw it in person and realised actually there's a lot of pages in here that I really like. I really thought I would buy at least one of the gift wrapping papers, but I didn't. They're kind of nice from afar, but none of them are really like my style, I would say. A lot of the stuff was actually Halloween themed, which is a bit annoying for me as someone who doesn't celebrate Halloween. So I feel like maybe some things that I would have bought have been removed. But will I be spending £125 on it? No, I will not. Stop, that is so cute. I feel like this is definitely one of those shops that you kind of just have to accept that the things are out of your league for most people visiting here, me included, but it was nice to have a little mooch around and see everything they had to offer. I will also say the selection of fountain pens here is really good, and again it was a lot of pens that I've only ever seen online. Goods secured. Question is, can I find the London Graphic Centre? Probably not. I found her. The second stop of the day was the London Graphic Centre, and wow, this is huge. I knew I had to pick up a basket on the way in because just from the front you can see how many different sections there are, and so many stickers. The Midori section is massive, and I love the MD paper notebooks, and I was really on the lookout for some smaller A6 notebooks today. They had so much stuff in the shop, it would have been impossible to show you guys everything without making the video about 40 minutes long. They literally had everything from pencil cases to notebooks to colouring pens, paints, papers, craft kits. They literally had everything. I'm pretty sure they even had a printing service upstairs actually. But once again, I didn't actually grab too much stuff in here. I kind of feel like I was possibly overwhelmed with all the choice. I really want one of these. I think they're Toyo boxes. I low-key want the red one, which they don't have, but they're super expensive. 115 bucks. I might test it out though. It's cute, isn't it? One thing that has been on my list for ages is a Toyo toolbox, and I completely forgot they had them here, so it was really nice to see them in person. Although I'm really bad at making decisions, so even after putting it on my Instagram story, I really struggled to pick one of these. I originally only wanted one of the bigger toolboxes as well, but seeing these small ones in person kind of made me want some of these as well. But as you can see, these just so aren't cheap. I really wanted a silver Penco clip because my gold one just doesn't go with my red Delphonics pouch. This is so first world problems saying out loud, but they didn't have one of those. With how much was downstairs, I had no idea what would be upstairs. But again, it's so big and there's so many things. I really easily get sucked into new hobbies, so I tried to keep it brief up here. And I just grabbed some paper because I have some lino and stuff at home that I want to make prints from.
You like a bag? Are you okay?
Oh yeah. The weather is looking a bit nicer. I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't say I'm disappointed in the London Graphic Centre, but I just didn't really find much in there that I wanted. I heard they had a huge Midori section, so I just assumed they'd have what I wanted for my Fin Studio leather journal that's coming, but they didn't. I prefer the plain and grid notebooks, but they only had the lined ones. My knees have actually been really bad recently, and I had a GP appointment about it, but I missed it because I forgot. So I'm gonna get the bus. If I ever learn what's wrong with my knees, then I'll let you guys know, in case you really care. So I actually got on the 55 and it stopped right next to a Muji, so I'm gonna go in here as well. I've always been a Muji girl. I love it in here. The stationery is so simple but really good. But the selection in the shop was just lacking. There wasn't much at all. I did spot the Muji fountain pens, which were extremely affordable and very tempting, but I've got two and I think that's enough for me for now. I got a little bit excited when I saw this pouch. I thought it might be like one that I could put in my leather journal, but it's just a normal pouch. Everyone loves a Muji pen and I used to be that guy, but I think they've changed the recipe because I don't love them anymore. Sorry. At least the last time I tried them. I heard it's kind of easy to get lost in here, and I'm a person that gets lost anywhere, so can't say I'm looking forward to that. But I think stationery is on the second floor, so I'm hoping it's straightforward. I can just get in the lift or something and it takes me right there. I don't know who said it's difficult to get around here, but it wasn't so bad, and if I can do it then anyone can do it. As you may be able to tell from these clips, I initially was walking about 1,000,000 miles an hour to go straight for the stationery and book section, but I got sidetracked because there's actually some really nice stuff in here. The selection in here was pretty good, and I did not expect to buy any books unless there was some like more art theory books, but I definitely didn't think I'd be picking up any classics, and I didn't buy any, but I was tempted by a couple, but there is one in particular that I wanted that they didn't have. I'm a big book buyer I'm not so big of a book reader, so I thought I would save myself the money and just move away from the book section and have a look at the stationery. They actually stock a few different brands in here, and there was a lot of stuff that if I didn't already have, I would have gotten. But this ended up being the first shop that I didn't buy a single thing from. Followed next by Sostrene Grene, who knows how you pronounce that shop. So on to my final shop of the day, which is actually 3 stops on the underground away. Alright, new place. I'm currently in Sloane Square. The next shop I'm going to, which is actually the last shop before I grab something to eat because I'm so hungry. You know, that's a lie. I'm actually not hungry. I can't really feel hunger when I'm doing things. I can't think of that many things at once. But I know I should be a little bit hungry because I haven't eaten in hours. So I am now going to the final shop of the day, which I think is called Papersmiths. According to maps, I've already missed it. So, fashionable U-turn, like that TikTok trend. Just walked to the end of the road, like did a little pose and then walked back. Where the map is telling me it is. Oh, girl, it's right here. What a quaint little shop. So this is Papersmiths in Sloane Square. I'd actually never heard of it until I was doing some research on places I could go today, and it just looked very cute, so I added it to the list, of course. It's quite a small little shop, but surprisingly they fit a lot in here without it seeming overcrowded, and the people that worked here were very nice. That shop was really cute, and I wanted to buy something because I like supporting little small businesses. I don't know how small it is, more than life, but it felt small. But they just didn't have anything I wanted. I was shocked to see the Toyo toolbox, but they didn't have it in any colour that I wanted either. I might just have to order that online. Hello.
Should we eat at Battersea?
Whole time. Where shall we start? I'll go in order of purchase. So first I went into choosing keeping. I really hope you guys can hear me. I'll be fuming otherwise. But my first thing that I'm going to open is my choosing keeping stuff. The person in front of me, they let choose their sticker, but they didn't let me choose mine. I still think it's cute, so I'm not too mad. Ah, I ripped it. Oh, can't have nice things. So as I said in the voiceover, I didn't get much. This is the haul. I got this choosing keeping card that I showed right at the beginning because it just looks so cute with the little sleeping cat on it. I got this baby card. Number one, because it just looks really cute. I love the watercolour on it. I'm just not good at watercolour, I don't think. I wish I was. I just loved how it looked and it was very inspiring art-wise. But also I've got these journals that I'm writing letters to my kids in that they can open when they're older. And I've got a postcard to put in the front of my son's one as like a note separate to all the letters that I'm writing every year. But I hadn't found one for my daughter until I found this, and I feel like this fits perfectly. I don't know how much these cost to make, but £3.50 for this one little thing is so expensive. I wish I could have got more though, because they are so cute, and I have no idea what I'll use this for. I'll probably just cherish it because because I won't be able to afford another one. I picked up a pair of scissors because I don't have any small scissors, like for more like detailed stuff. How cute are they? And finally, a black wing pencil. I wanted to see what all the hype was about, so I got the balanced one. And that's it from choosing keeping. From the London Graphic Centre, I just got this printmaking paper. I just realised these are US letter size, not A4. I don't really care that much, to be honest, but I didn't notice that in the shop. And these are really nice and thick. They're 280 GSM, And I also got a 1mm Pentel pencil. It's not a pencil, is it? A 1mm Pentel pen, because I don't have a thicker one. Nice. So that's it from the London Graphic Centre. Apart from my toolbox that I'll show you in a second, but I ordered that online. My next stop was Muji, and I just got this little A6 notebook and this ruler. The ruler in my pencil pot is 30 centimeters and it's just ridiculous. It just keeps sticking out. So I wanted to get a smaller one that I can have to hand, because I actually do use my ruler quite a lot. I'm not sure if that's focusing, but whatever. You know what a ruler looks like. And then this one is just plain, and I thought it would make a good little sketchbook. I like that it's quite thin, because when things are too thick, like as in has too many pages, it's a bit daunting for me. I don't feel like I'll finish it, or like I can even really get started. So happy with these, and this is going to go in like my everyday leather journal that I will be taking everywhere. And then when I came home, I made 2 online purchases that I want to show you guys. First is this Faber-Castell polychromo set. So I got the 36 set. I've been wanting these for ages, but as you may know, they are pretty expensive for colouring pencils, especially when like that's just not my day job, is it? But I found this 36 set for, I think it was £50. I saw a set of like 200 on Vinted, and they were only very lightly used, but I could not justify that for, I think it was £100, which is actually a really good price for that many pencils. But anyway, this set is more than enough for me for now, I think. So yeah, I'm very happy with that. Last but not least, excuse the slight mess and the random hanging plant that I'm not really sure where to place at the moment. This is the toolbox. Okay. I really had no idea what colour to get. I originally wanted red, they didn't have that in store. And then I saw the small red one, I thought, you know, maybe it's too bright. I put it on my story so you guys could help me decide. And most people went with this colour, so that's what I got. Ta-da! I'm too indecisive to make my own choices, so you guys made it for me. Please give me validation, tell me you like it. So you basically, if you haven't seen this before, you open it up and then you open it up again. It's just a toolbox, it's what it says on the tin. But it's very cute, and I'm going to use it to house some of my stationery supplies. Oh, and this one's much smoother than the one I demoed at the shop as well. But anyways, yeah, I just want to give you a bit of a closer look of the toolbox, because I had a lot of people swiping up on my stories to say that this looks amazing, that maybe have never seen it before. Can I do this one-handed? And there are loads of colour options. I just am really indecisive, and I quite like the idea of having a darker colour. The stationery will stand out a bit more against the background. But also, my workspace is quite pale, so I wanted to have some colour, because it's probably going to go up there or maybe on the other side. And it comes with these little dividers to help split up the sections however you want. But yeah, of course, I haven't done a talking head clip of me signing off the vlog, so you're going to have to take this. I've planned my next few videos, but how I plan the ones after that is obviously dependent on what you guys want to see, so do let me know in the comments. I will always reply to you guys' comments, so please do leave one if you've made it this far. But yeah, that's it from me for today. Thank you guys for watching. As always, I will see you in the next one.